Hey guys, excited to be with you today. We're going to be in Matthew chapter 17, and we are going to start, I guess, with verse 19. Looks like a good place to start. It says, Then the disciples came to Jesus privately and said, Why could we not cast it out? Why could we not cast the demon out? So Jesus said to them, Because of your unbelief, for assuredly I say to you, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you will say to this mountain, Move from here to there, and it will move, and nothing will be impossible for you. However, this kind does not go out except by prayer and fasting. What is interesting about this is, yes, they're trying to cast out a demon. They can't seem to cast it out. Jesus says, listen, you don't have enough faith here. You're not utilizing faith. Everybody's been given a measure of faith, but he said you're not utilizing your faith. You're not even using it. You don't even trust that this is something real. You don't even believe that this can happen. And he says something really interesting at the end here that is not included in a lot of versions. Okay, now the reason it's not is not some kind of piece of heresy. Okay, a lot of people really complain about this, but what ends up happening is this last part is not in a lot of versions because it will, in fact, be at the bottom of a version, like it will be at the bottom of the page, and it'll be a footnote of sorts that'll say, "Hey, look, this is in a lot of the copies of the scriptures. This is here, but we didn't include it in this right here because it's not in all of the copies." Okay, so the verses that they do include are in all of the ancient copies. And the reason that they didn't include the verse I'm about to refer to is because it was only in some of the copies. I believe this verse is very, very important. I do study it as a footnote, fine, in your own version. But understand that Jesus says, but this kind only comes out through prayer and fasting. That is something that a lot of us, including myself, have to work on sometimes. The fasting issue, fasting for the things that we're praying about, prayer, making sure that that's a part of our lives, especially as Christians, guys. We that's where our power comes from. Of course, the Holy Spirit lives in us, but prayer is that communication with God to see things happen in your life, in your church, in your ministry, in your family, in your job, wherever it may be. God works through prayer. He's chosen to do that. And here's the thing: the fact that we have the opportunity to pray to Him and to believe. He says, use your faith, but use your faith in such a way that you know that you believe that Jesus can do what it is that you are praying for, and pray and fast. Fasting will be, Lord, I'm giving up this. I know that whatever you choose to do, it will be the very best thing for this situation. Though I may want one thing, if you want another, I know that it will be better than what I am thinking. Fasting allows us to sacrifice something of ourselves, and prayer allows us to communicate with the one true God and to ask Him for these things. He said, guys, you're not using your faith. You're not utilizing your faith as you should. But this demon that's inside of this one's a nasty one, and it's going to take some prayer. It's going to take some fasting. Okay, so man, use that faith, Christian. That area of your life where you need deliverance, use your faith. And also, remember, there are times for fasting and prayer. Love you guys. Bye-bye.